Tudo bem, everyone, and boa noite, which means good night. Welcome to another installment of Portuguese Online. I am Joe Lyon, your host, and today we are going to learn about adjectives. Now, if you've ever seen the Schoolhouse Rock videos, you will know that an adjective describes a person, place, and thing. It is something that describes a noun. So, like if you have a man, which is a noun, and you want to describe who he is, you need to use adjectives. He's a tall man, he's a fat man, he's a smart man, You get the picture. So adjectives are pesky little things because not only are they masculine and feminine, but they are inserted into a Portuguese sentence much different than it's inserted into an English sentence. So let me give you an example. Let's say that you have a red car. To demonstrate this, I'll use my trusty red marker. And you want to go to the red car. Now you would think that this is actually a sombrero with eyes, but it's actually a car. Now when you say this in English, you say, I want to go to the red car. Let's go to the red car. You say red car. Red is an adjective. Why? Because it is describing the noun, which is car. In English, the adjective always goes before the noun. If you find a man that is really fat, you say the fat man. If you know a movie that you really didn't like, you say the bad movie. The pesky thing in Portuguese is that the noun doesn't go after the adjective, it goes before. So if you're talking about a car that's red and you want your friend to go there, you say, hey friend, go to the car red. Doesn't really make much sense. In English it sounds like you want your friend to be red as he's going to the car, but it actually means the red car in Portuguese. If you're describing a man that's really fat, in Portuguese you say, look at that man fat. So in your memorization in your little vocabulary list that you got last time, you learned the Portuguese meaning for car, and this is carro. Notice that the double R's are in an H sound. Carro, when you look at this, has an O at the end, so therefore you know that it is a masculine noun. Now red is an adjective, so therefore it goes after the noun, but every adjective in Portuguese also has a feminine form and a masculine form. And which gender you use for an adjective depends on the gender of the noun. So for instance, red comes in two forms. It comes in a masculine form and it comes in a feminine form. In the masculine form, it is vermelho. Remember when I talked about the LH is a lia sound. It's a weird sound, so keep practicing on that. Vermelho. And when it's in its feminine form, you just change the O to an A, so therefore it is vermelha. So if we want to say that the car is red, we just use carro. Notice that it is masculine and say vermelho. And we have the adjective masculine matching with the noun. So not only do you have to match the gender of the adjective with the noun, but you also have to match the amount. If the noun is plural, the adjective has to be plural. If the noun is singular, then the adjective has to be singular. So if we're talking about many cars, that all of them are red, and we have carros, we have to say carros vermelhos. If we have a whole bunch of houses that are red, we say casas vermelhas. So really that's the rule of thumb. Let's summarize really quick. First thing to know is that the noun comes before the adjective instead of the other way like it is in English. So you would say car red instead of red car. The adjective's gender has to match the gender of the noun, and the plurality of the adjective, whether it's singular or plural, needs to match the plurality of the noun. Now keep in mind that not all adjectives end with A or O. Actually, many of them don't. In these cases, you're actually in luck. You don't have to change them according to the noun. You just leave them be. Like for instance, the adjective for big, which is grande. So instead of saying big car, you say car big, which is carro grande. Now in some places of Brazil they have two syllables, grande, and in other places they have grande, which is just one syllable. Most of the time they use the one syllable, but if you use either, no one's going to care. Just keep those simple rules in mind and you should do all right. Now for your vocab list we have 10 adjectives for you. You can learn more. In fact, that would be awesome if you could, because there are a lot of adjectives out there and many of them are used often. But at least learn these 10 before the next video. So your vocab list is pequeno, which is small, grande, which is big, velho, which is old, novo, which is new, alto, which is either tall or high, baixo, which is short, esperto, which is smart, doido, which is dumb or stupid, frio, which is cold, and quente, which means hot. Now the last one, quente, is much like the grande. In some places of Brazil it's going to be one syllable, in other places it's going to be two. Personally I use one syllable, but you can use either one and no one's really going to care. Well, that's our lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed. Good luck with your memorization. What are we doing next time? Sorry, one second. Simple sentences. Next time is going to be a real treat. Next time you're actually going to speak Portuguese and not just Portuguese words. We're going to be making sentences, we're going to be putting in verbs and putting nouns and conjugating and throwing some adjectives in there. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can actually converse and talk to someone who speaks Portuguese. If you've been watching these videos and think that you haven't really been progressing, you actually have, because you're about to speak really, really soon. So keep memorizing those. If you want to memorize more, awesome. Just memorize those 10 at least. Keep up with the awesome work. Hopefully you're following along, and good luck. My name's Joe Lyon, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Ciao.